Are you ready? Are you ready? The music seems ready. Awfully dramatic tonight. It's just a Thursday. I feel like I'm watching Game of Thrones, maybe? I call House of Dragons Game of Thrones. That is what it is. I've just downloaded NHL 22. That's right. I know 23 came out, but I wasn't ready to shell out $70 for it yet, so I'll play 22 and be happy with that. I see Eric in the live chat. Hello, everyone. I ordered the NHL 23. Good for you. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna play it a bunch, do it. Scott wants to know, we talking about the Sharks? Absolutely we will be. Should we get going here?
Broadcasting live and worldwide. Here's Brody Brazil.
I just remembered. I forgot to turn on the GoPro camera. That's my second angle. Let me see if it's even ready. It like takes a second to fire up, so. Nope, still loading. See, and then it's got all these old like thumbnails. Look at it. Me trying to set up the camera from back in the day. I don't actually use it to like record videos. I just use it as what is ultimately my second camera. You ready for it? Oh, hey, it's ready. I turned it on. Look at that. In just 2 seconds. Now, I'm going to switch over to the Xbox on my little router over here. And we should be seeing our friend Austin Matthews. Hello. Press A. I will do that. Oh, I just downloaded this, so yes, have to accept all that fun stuff.
Broadcasting live and worldwide.
No.
Here's Brody Brazil.
No. I don't know why it does that. Score clock calibration. Yeah, that looks good to me. I will confirm that.
Welcome to NHL. For
I have not played
controls.
recently.
Skill stick. Use the
No, I want the NHL 94 controls.
Good for new players who want a little challenge.
Do I want a challenge? And also, what's that buzz? It sounds terrible, whatever that is.
Good for experienced players.
No, I'm semi-pro.
Gameplay presets. Preset 2, traditional, 4-minute periods.
Yeah, that's probably good.
NHL settings. Thank you for setting up your hospitality settings. Continue.
All right, let's do it.
Hey everybody, it's Carlin Babe, and here's what's new in NHL 22. Now you can collect Superstar X Factor player items in HUT.
I should have set all this up before I started playing it, huh?
Ability, then unlock others the more you play.
Look, I just want to play.
Superstar X Factor. You can earn those X Factor abilities
Hi,
by
Sid.
completing all new.
Hi,
There's
Ovi.
new ways
Hi, Connor.
To play with the all-new World of Chell. EA
Hi,
Sports
guy.
NHL Val.
Let me play. No, I don't want to. No. Free skate. What's this last one over here? Main menu. What is that humming noise? Something is not happy. Okay. Main menu. Nope. Oh, wait a second. Game installation 41%. Oh, it's not ready? Okay. Well, I guess I'll play like this then. Oh, it's only going to let me play Montreal and Tampa. Okay, then I guess I'll be Tampa. I wanted to be the Sharks. This live stream is going awful right now. This is going really bad.
It is the stuff.
I just downloaded the game. I guess it's not ready yet.
It's the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 1 tonight. James and Ray ready to bring you the action.
All right.
We are about set to drop the puck.
I mean, I think we know how this ends, right? Because this is the 21 Stanley Cup Final.
Game 1 Stanley Cup Finals.
Just gonna have Victor Hedman score a goal on the first shift.
There's the whistle as things will slow down here for a moment.
Always a good play if you're not sure what's going on. Freeze the puck.
Kucherov. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool.
Shooters with great stops in net. Kucherov's an important piece of this club. They'll be looking for him to
Lost
produce.
that draw.
One of these players is going to help give
How do I
their
forecheck
team
here?
the upper hand tonight. Guys, back to you.
Uh-oh.
Streaking through center, they go on the attack.
Really bad at playing defense.
Glove save made by
Hey,
Vasilevsky.
Vazzy!
And as he opts to freeze the puck, we get a whistle.
Starting to look like a little bit of a fire.
The old
drill in
king,
the zone,
Tyler
so this is a
Toffoli.
good play.
Still early on in this frame, James and Ray with you. So glad you could join us. Still scoreless in this one. The Canadians
Will we ever win a draw?
And he sacrifices his body to block the shot.
Will we ever get a breakout
Puts it on
pass?
net, and he comes up with it.
Oh, here we go.
Moves the puck.
What was that? I didn't want you to chip it in.
And they'll keep on playing as icing is waved off.
I guess we'll take that.
Man. Montreal's got control of it now from their own end. Feeds the puck across to Lehkonen.
Has Hedman been out there the entire time?
There's a shot. Grabs him with
Stop
the glove.
covering it up the entire time.
Through pass ahead. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. Here's a shot.
Oh.
Off target.
Tough to generate a rebound even when the puck misses the net by that much.
Oh, another
And
good
he puts
chance.
that one aside with ease.
Can we get it to Stamkos, please? What are we
Tries to
doing
get
here?
the puck to Lehkonen.
I don't think Stamkos even touched the puck yet.
Skates to the crease.
Uh-oh.
Off the post.
That was dangerous.
What a shot. I mean, really good play, but it hits the post, and like everything else
I got to
in
take this
game,
off the screen.
it
I
stays out of the
can't
net.
see about a third of it. Uh-oh.
Snaps it on net.
Oh,
She
Gallagher.
scores.
Oh, boy. That's not good.
The
That's
Canadians
not
take
good.
a 1-0 lead here with lots of time to go.
I'm only going to do this for like 5 more minutes because I was upset that I couldn't be the Sharks yet. Oh!
Moves it over to Cirelli. Quick shot. Turns
Rebound.
it away.
Yeah. Killorn.
They took advantage of the rebound.
What? Wait a second. What's that mascot again? What's Tampa's mascot? Is it a bee?
Well, if he was about 4 inches
Great
taller, maybe he
cleanup.
would've got to that desperation effort. but
Cleaning
no
it up
go.
out front.
Still lots
Some
of
loose
time
change.
left here in this frame. We are all tied up in this one.
Win and draw for once. What do you say? There you
Cirelli's
go.
on the draw here in the open ice. Puck grabbed by Killorn.
Oh,
And too much
Stamkos.
traffic in front blocks that one.
Man, Tampa's loaded.
Tampa Bay's got the puck.
Ah, we lost the puck.
Gains the zone through center. The Canadians played along the boards. Takes the feed.
Where are you going?
The Bolts take it across the blue line.
Where are you going?
Montreal
Were we
looking
onside
to
there, by
break
the
out
way?
of their own
Probably
end.
not.
Shoots it.
Cream 'em.
Wide of the net. Grabs the puck here inside the offensive end.
Uh-oh.
Makes a move in
Uh-oh.
front. Denies
Let's give him all the time in the world right out front.
The shooter's right in the guts of the ice, but the goalie squares up, spreads out, and makes the save.
Oof.
Stop as he
Carey
gets on the
Price.
fire.
Do people watch this, by the way? Do you
Past the
do you
midway
watch other
mark of
people
the
play
frame.
games like this
It's
all the time?
tied up.
I don't really, but so why am I doing this? That's a great question.
The Canadians win the draw.
Not
Moves
winning
it
that
quickly
one.
over to Edmondson.
Uh-oh.
Taken by Kotkaniemi.
Yeah, I don't think Hedman ever leaves the ice. I think Hedman is
Looking to make
full-time
something
out
happen in
there.
the offensive zone.
He's been out there this
The
entire
Lightning have
game.
taken control of the puck. And that pass goes
Oh.
off a stick.
Layout.
Goes right to the
Uh-oh.
crease.
Dangled.
Now you got the lead. Don't
Man.
sit back. Get right back to the face-off.
Some dirty
Try
mitts
and
right
attack
there.
again.
The Canadians
Samuel
have a
wants the
go-ahead goal
Brody
as the
Gaming
approach
channel.
now.
Set it up.
Shouldn't change it all, James, because there's too much time left. Be aggressive and try and stretch the lead to 2.
Turned aside with the glove by Vasilevsky. Handles the puck.
How do I do, like, is there like a turbo mode?
Offensive zone from the left.
Oh, pick up the puck.
Penalty coming up here on the play.
Thank you.
Across the line from center. Here's the chance to take advantage with the delayed penalty. They've got the extra attacker on the ice.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. You maroon.
The Canadians
Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that graphic.
for the first time tonight.
We're 84% on the kill. That means the Sharks were better than the, actually this was 2 years ago. Sharks were 85% on the kill last year.
Here's a short pass to Chernak. And a stick in the leg.
Don't even clear it. Just skate it out of the zone. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Vasilevsky's skill on display there. Good save into the corner with it.
Oh, boy.
Dismissed that chance.
Yeah, I don't ice any pucks. I just play them.
Reflexes give him the opportunity to make back-to-back stops.
Oh, he got all of that with a blocker. What a stop.
Guess I iced
by
that one.
Vasilevsky.
Rayfield Will's like, you're not even. I tried to be. It only let me play these two teams for right now.
Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw.
Is our 2 minutes over yet?
Piece of it to keep it out.
Here we go. Barclay Goodrow. Oh, goody. Oh.
Big time shot.
Oh,
Price
still
gets on
loose?
top of the puck, stopping the play.
Maybe not.
Now you can get some
All right, I'm gonna play these final 250 or whatever it is in real
Looking
time
to
here.
win this draw, this man advantage here. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone.
Oh boy. Oh. Gallagher again.
Nice hand, great finish. Short break and it's in the net.
Oh.
Guys, when he skates like that and gets his shot off while in motion.
This is a good question, by the way. We'll get to this one. What are my thoughts on the new digital advertisement board in the NHL? We will get to that one.
Denies him with the pad.
Let me just try and get one more goal here. Palat.
Up the neutral zone.
Andre Palat.
Got it along the wing. Price is going to hang on for a whistle.
Fight.
Get a breather here for his team.
That guys start to run around, you get a little weary. That's an important cover.
Late goings of this period.
Man, time on the attack,
Montreal's
56
got a
seconds for
2-goal
us.
lead. They'd love to build on it.
Here we go. Win the draw. One-timer from the point.
Points won the draw here in the offensive
Oh,
zone.
I tried.
Lays out to block
Till I
the
got my shot blocked.
Toffoli's got it in the defensive end.
Is that too obvious what I was
Throws
trying to
the
do?
puck inside the offensive zone. Takes a shot. Makes the save. And that pass can't connect.
Just don't give up another goal. No.
Oh, what a
No.
blocker stop by Vasilevsky.
No. Horn. Okay.
There's the horn. Still
And we
44
are outie. Okay. Wow. That was a lot. And also, let me put this on pause here for a second. Is that, how do I, let's do this real fast. Oh yeah, you hear that? That humming noise? That does not sound good at all. Gonna have to fix that. Okay, anyway. On with the live stream. Let's go back to the very beginning because I probably missed some things. So, Vince, hello. Oh, San Jose State football. That's awesome. Good to see you, Vince. Late night live stream. Well, it's not that late. It's 9:25. Martin, hope you had a great week. Yeah, you know what? 5 days off with no games. I got some things done actually today. I was at practice, talked to Mike Greer, David Quinn. Those interviews set to come your way this week. Or, no, next week. Take it back, next week. I lost track of the days. Golly, you heard that the A's are the favorites to land DeGrom. Where did you hear that from? Not even me. A's favorites to land to Vegas ballpark per Woj. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, he's breaking baseball news now? So you say, Samuel. Riley is happy. You know what? I bet you are happy hockey's back, Riley. You it seems like you are that demographic. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Let's do this one. Jimmy wants to know, what are your thoughts on the new digital advertisement boards in the NHL? Well, I have to say, so far, I've only seen them, used in a couple games because they've only played a couple games, but they actually work quite well. And when I say work quite well, sometimes when you try and implement this new technology, and I did see a little glitch the other day in one of the games, like it's going to happen. It's not perfect, but if you knew the technology, I don't want to say the science, but really the technology behind what's going on here, you'd be amazed how they graphically come up with the advertisements, integrating them into the video signal, but then also there's a little device on the camera. So when the camera moves ever so slightly up or down or left or right, the graphic kind of moves with it, if that makes sense. And also how, normally when you key something in, you need to have that background be a solid color, like green. They say green screen. It's because it is 100% green. So basically then you're telling your switcher, like this little device, anything that is all pure green, you key out and you put something else there. Well, you can't do that to hockey boards, right? So you have to leave them as they are with the advertisements that are on them. So you have to be able to superimpose over kind of a dirty surface, if you will. I mean, not actually dirty, but I mean like one that's not pristine in its presentation. So to do it is hard. To do it that smooth is hard. To have it not be a distraction is difficult. And I also have to say, it does remind me of soccer a little bit in the sense that the advertisements are all one unified message at once, right? And then they change, they alternate, they move. There is some motion with them. And I'm not really distracted by it. I think I'm actually less distracted by one constant message, even if it changes every 30 seconds like it does. I think that, in a way, is more effective and less distracting than what we've seen, throughout recent decades, where it's a bunch of different advertisements and sometimes they change. Some of them are electronic, others are not. Yeah, it's almost soothing in a way. And I go back to the times of, if you watch a hockey game, an old one where there's no advertisements on the boards, or even like the Olympics, it looks and feels weird, right? Because you got used to the yellow pages look. And so I know that some people out there are getting used to, the way it looks right now with, with just the motion graphics and the one logo or the one sponsor. And yeah, it might take some time. It may not inherently right now feel normal to you, but I have to say, and I have I don't even know who produces them or who benefits from them. I honestly don't know. Somebody does along the way. I'm just saying from a viewing standpoint, a viewer standpoint of them, I actually think they look pretty clean. They come across pretty well. And again, going back to everything that ever gets implemented, it doesn't always work as smoothly as this has gone. So I have to say, yeah, it's not even that I don't mind it, right? That would sound like, well, I'll put up with it. No, it's actually like, I like this better. Yeah. I'd be curious to know everybody else's thoughts on that. Brody, the subscriber count is starting to climb up there. Oh, and the channel? Yeah, what's funny is last year, and I don't keep track, to be honest. There are other things I keep track of here on the YouTube channel. The subscriber count is not necessarily the one or the big one, but I feel like last year I cracked 10,000 pretty easy. And this year, I think it was right about this time I hit 10. And I think I recently passed 15, but shouldn't that be 20? Like every year is another 10. So maybe the growth has, I don't know if it's been the same or it's slowed or whatever. But to be honest, I'd rather go of quality of content, quality of subscribers, quantity, I guess it's nice, but it's not the main thing. It's definitely not the only thing. Sharks have a tough schedule this year, but Martin thinks it'll be awesome. I think the thing about this Shark season is that you hope for better results, obviously, no question about that. But at least everything has a little bit of a different look and feel and kind of slant to it, New head coach, new general manager, new decision makers in the front office. You have to start where you finished last year in a lot of ways, but not in a lot of ways, too. There's no more Brent Burns. But you don't get to totally write your own story from the very beginning. There is carryover from prior seasons and prior groups of players, and so you are where you are because of the last couple of years. But you certainly hope that a fresh slate is part of this group getting back to what they're known for, being competitive every year. It's not going to be easy, but I think it'll be entertaining. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Samuel says, Brody, let me get you a beer tomorrow at SAP. I'm going to never stop trying to ask you this. Samuel, you know what's funny, man, is like somebody offering me a beer. How could I ever say no to that? Now, we are broadcasting from a new spot this year, which I don't want to say yet. I don't want to totally give away the surprise and the secret. Let's just say it might be close in proximity. Might be close to a place that you could get a beverage. It might be. But the real question is, Samuel, should I be consuming while broadcasting? I mean, I think I should. If you're asking me, yeah. Oh, yeah, the answer is yes. But if you're asking the people in charge, is that how it should go? And I don't know that that's a for sure yes. So I appreciate it. And if it works out, like the effort, your effort or your offer means the world to me. Whether it happens or not, I mean, it'd be great, but the offer means everything. Appreciate you, man. He's landing DeGrom or no? Kyle, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Where did you hear that? Gotta be kidding me. Isaac will be at the Sharks game tomorrow. Eric says the Sharks home opener tomorrow, 7:30. Yeah, but if you're not going, 7 o'clock, pregame live. Be there. Vince just wants me to do the chomp. I don't, I have a lot of things here, but I don't have the old Jaws. I mean, I've got, we got here. We got that theme. Oh, this theme. We've got that theme. We've got everything. I know it's not the right music, but think of in 19, I mean, did that start officially in 91? I'm trying to remember, or was that more of a 93 thing when they went to the tank? It was early on. Let's just say early 90s, whether it was from the very beginning or whether it was early on. But think about how, it's so simple, but it caught on, and you know when to do it. When you jump on the power play, I mean, of all the songs that teams play when they go on the power play, nobody else can do Jaws, obviously, but it's cool how that became a thing and stuck as a thing. Let's see here. How come I don't play the show anymore? You know what? I haven't played video games on the channel here in a while. I tried to tonight. You saw how bad that went. This is not the Sega Genesis. Yeah, that's how I play the games, to be honest with you. All right, let me skip forward because I think I was playing the game during this part, and it's a lot of comments on that, which don't make sense now. Oh, Thunderbug is Tampa's mascot. Okay, so it's not a fly or it's not a bee. It's a Thunderbug. Okay. A's to San Jose. Is that correct? Well, don't tell the San Francisco Giants that. That's how that all got stopped in the late 2000s. Let's see here. Oh, wow, I skipped a bunch. Here's Felix. Hey, Felix, curious question. Does the NHL scheduling ever make you scratch your head sometimes? I don't remember if I ever did a video on it. Oh, if I did. Scheduling does, but I think in every sports season, you're going to come across the sequences of what? Why are they doing that? Geographically, this road trip makes no sense to go from Nashville up to Columbus, down to Florida, back out west, play a game in Anaheim before you come home. You're like, what? Or Vancouver, then Anaheim, then home. I mean, that one is probably, I don't think that one's ever happened, but it is kind of that odd sometimes. Road trips, or this is unique too. Friday, Saturday, last week in Europe. Now that is for obvious reasons, back-to-back days, or nights. But then Friday, Saturday again this week, and then you go back out on the road. There are going to be things that every season you look at and say, that's weird. But I do agree there are sometimes in the NHL more of these weird stretches than there need to be. I think, I guess travel's probably the biggest one. The sequence of games, sometimes there are so many. It's a high volume of games, and then there's not any for 4 days. Some of this has to do with arena scheduling of basketball teams. And I do, have to say this too. It is kind of amazing how it all works every year and year after year. You think about all the different puzzle pieces, and every team has to play every other team at least once, home and road, right? So the Sharks have to play the New Jersey Devils, home and road. All the Eastern Conference teams, in addition to the Pacific Division teams and the Central Division teams, a bunch more times than the Eastern Conference teams. So it is always amazing, and not just in hockey, but in all sports, how it always works out. It's just that, nobody else, you don't have a baseball team sharing their stadium anymore. Well, the Oakland A's used to, but not anymore. Not for a couple years now. But yeah, some of these teams, Denver, you have the Avs playing on one night, you have the Nuggets playing on the next. How about at, I want to say Staples Center, but, Crypto.com Arena. And are the Clippers, right, are moving into a brand new arena for themselves. So it went from a 3-team arena, which is, how busy was that? Kings, Clippers, and Lakers. And then now it's just going to be down to the Lakers and Kings. But even that, again, it's still quite busy. So all of that considered, I give them a pat on the back for always making it work and not making it atrocious. But there are some things still that I say, could we have smoothed that out a little bit? It's a good question. It really is. Patrick, what's up, buddy? There was a great podcast, Inside the Truck, hosted by 2 hockey production people. They answered a question about how those digital overlays were done. Yeah, I would imagine that I know as much. I put it this way. I know as much as they do, but they could probably explain it way better. And they actually probably know the very fine details. But it's one of those things that I think, anytime there's change, somebody will say, "Oh, I don't like it. Oh, it's instantly different. I don't want to see anything different than what I'm used to." But I really do think that over time, hockey fans will get used to this one constant ring around the boards, basically. It's like an LED ribbon around the arena bowl. I remember when those were brand new in the 2000s, and you're like, whoa, this whole thing around me, I feel encompassed by this big, thin ribbon type screen. And it was weird. And then it would change during the game. And even that might be a bit disjointing, but you get used to it. And now I really think that this is the better way to go. Oh, Andrew, checking in from Japan. How about that? In Japan, where it's already Friday morning. It's probably early Friday morning. Is that right? I'd have to see if I could do the math on something here. See if I can bring this up. Oh, but yeah, you know what? But the problem here is that this won't tell me. Yeah, I don't have Japan on here. I got to put Japan on here. Like, knowing the time in New York and London and UTC did not help me right now. That did not help me one bit. Never mind. Bad idea, Brazil. But Andrew, hello, and thank you for watching from Japan. Yeah, Samuel, I saw that too. Eklund got recalled from the Barracuda, who were on the road, if I recall. I don't think the CUDA are in town right now. I was at their rink today, and they were nowhere to be seen. I would have to think that if you recall him, you're doing it to use him. Because I don't think what you want to do is have him continue to sit. Remember, he made the whole trip out to Europe and did not play in a single game out there, not even the exhibition game against the Ice Baron. So I find it interesting and wondering if there's another issue, like an injury issue, that has opened up a door for Eklund. My thought, and this is me reading minds and the bigger picture here. My thought was that the Sharks would put Bordeleau and Eklund to start the season with the Barracuda. Let these guys have a great start to their year, open up the new building, dominate in the AHL, have a really good Barracuda team for the first couple months. And then at some point, if the situation still dictates, hey, the Sharks need you, they'd love to have you, bring them up to the NHL. And I don't even know if you do it, you probably don't do that in a group situation. You do it one by one where you need it, who's ready first, who fits the bill. I talked to Mike Greer today specifically about when is the right time to have AHL call-ups, because that's kind of been an issue with the Sharks going back the last couple years. And I understand, totally different regime in front office, but a lot of times it would be the call-up and everybody's excited and they see promise in a young player, usually a forward, like it's been a lot of young forwards, and they come up and you look at their stats from the American League and you're like, oh, they might have some success here. And then they don't. And then they get quiet. And next thing you know, they've played 15 games, and for the last 3, you're not hearing their name hardly ever called, and maybe they're getting 7 to 8 minutes time on ice per night. And it's I don't want to say pointless, but they weren't ready or the situation isn't working. I would much rather right now, like the Sharks have a roster of veterans. Again, maybe an injury even dictates this call-up right now, but don't push this, don't force this, don't rush this. I think that's been happening a lot with the Sharks in recent times. And right now, you've got a young group there you really like. Let them vibe. Let them marinate. Let them come together. Now, they've called up Eklund for a reason. And going back to part of your question here, can we expect him on the third line tomorrow? I mean, I would think so. I guess what I'm saying is I would hope so. I would hope that the situation that he's getting called up for is because they need him right now, and this makes the most sense, and they feel good about his game. Obviously, they wouldn't call him up if he wasn't ready or this wasn't right. There are other players. And he obviously, with Bordelot and Merkley, like there are some big-name pipeline players right now. So, just to go back on this, I'm as curious as you are about all these young players. I am excited about the next generation. And yeah, optimally, I hope they all work out. But I think we all know how it goes. Of a larger group, a couple of them like really stick and really do well. And I think, the hype is there with Eklund. I hope he can continue to take steps. But the biggest thing is this. I hope he can have development this year. And sorry, I never really said what I wanted to say. With Mike Greer and talking about when is the right time for an AHL player, he said it has, something to do with stats, but he more described it as I want to hear his coaches say, he is beyond ready. In fact, he used the word beyond ripe. And that makes total sense, right? You don't want to pick the fruit off the tree before it's ready. And he also used the word dominate. Like you want to see the player dominate at that level. You don't want to pick them before they're ripe. And so hopefully this is it for Eklund. But also, let's be clear, if this is to fill a gap due to an injury or something else with another Sharks player that we haven't found out about yet, then let's take our time in the bigger picture, right? Let's really make sure that he spends as much time in the American League as he needs to, that he gets that confidence, that he gets that, that momentum, so that when all these players are ready for the Sharks, that they come up, they know it's the right time, they stick, and they never go back to the CUDA. Full respect, by the way. That arena is so awesome. Tech CU it's got that new arena smell. And the other thing about it is you walk in there and you're like, no memories have happened here yet, but a lot will. Like, think about this place 20 years from now and the stories these walls will tell and the things they've seen and the players they've witnessed go through there. That's so exciting to it would be kind of like if you could walk back in time and look at SAP Center all over again from 93 and go, wow, nobody has a clue that Joe Thornton's going to play here someday or that this building is going to host a Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, didn't come with the result, but Yeah, it's got, or all the other things that have happened at the tank. All the moments and memories. 5 goals in a game for Timo. 4 goals in between the legs for Hurdle. Stuff like that. Or an all-star game. Multiple all-star games, actually. So that's kind of the excitement of Tech CU right now. As you walk around, you're like, this place doesn't even know what its future is yet. More goals tomorrow night, EK65 for Brent Burns. Man, I just saw a stat on Burns. He had a monster preseason with the Canes, huh? And I do feel like, maybe he fits in there so well that he's going to produce a lot of, Burnsy's going to produce a lot of offense. But it would be nice to get 65 going. And I don't mean just, playing a defensive game. I would love to see him making those stretch passes. I would love to see him chip in with a goal in the power play here or there. I bet I'd love to see the Sharks score any power play goals, but look, I think Triple G, I think the odds are it's Burnsy, right? But you know who I'm pulling for. Matthew checking in. How's it going? What lessons do you think the Sharks can take away from preseason? Well, they've played 2 regular season games already. And have I ever watched a San Jose State hockey game? I have on a live stream, but not in person, actually. Oh, your brother graduated there and now does the broadcast. That's awesome. Well, Matthew, tell him I said hello. If it was a recent one that I watched, it might have been him that was on the call of that live stream. You're not that excited to be here right now. Come on, Felix. This isn't that good. This is not that good. You gave something a like already, and I appreciate that. Did the tank adjust the scoreboard issue that the goalies were mentioning that they could not see the penalty kill time? Okay, so Scott, I wasn't there at that preseason game, and I heard what happened, but I don't think that the new ribbon, the new LED ribbon, which has all that info, I don't think that was installed yet, and I think there were some other things they were adding. I mean, this is a whole new system and infrastructure and all that. I saw it today. I took a picture of it today. I chose not to share this on social because the Sharks did make a big deal in saying, hey, we're going to debut the full function of the scoreboard on the 14th. And I didn't want to be the one to take this. I was walking around inside today. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yep, there it is. Yep, I see it. It's got all the penalty minutes for multiple players. It's got shots on goal for each side. It's got timeouts left for each side. Yeah. I don't want to... Ready? Oh, there it was. Oh. I'm not going to ruin the surprise. Brody, did I meet any of the Sharks players? Today? I mean, I've known a lot of them already. But, I will say this, meeting the newer players is always exciting, whether they're the free agents that come in or the young players. Honestly, before Media Day, which was, how many days ago was that? That was actually a while now. But on Media Day, met William Eklund for the first time. And I say met him, but we had done interviews via Zoom. We'd talked before, back and forth, either text or email or whatever. And I think the same for Bordeleau too, but I got to be face-to-face with him. I was like, oh, hey, this is what I look like in person. So that's always fun to meet the younger guys, or the newer guys, but also the younger guys too. Maddie, yes, you've seen this. Yep, they have it. They do have it on there. Oh, and they lifted the Jumbotron up because it was completely blocking the benches. Oh, from the press box. Oh, because the screen was so big, so tall that that's right. From the press box, maybe you couldn't see the bench. I got to say, seeing the scoreboard today, seeing the brand new installation, when I walked in for the first time, it was like, whoa. And I intimately remember what the old one was like. I looked at it for many hours of my life. So I had a really good sense of how big it was and also kind of like the features and the display. But This new one it's got to be, I don't want to say double the size because like that's a big deal, but it's probably pretty close to that. Double the width, the height is there, the screen space is there. The fact that there's no metal pieces, it's all screen like all the way around. And that ribbon above it, there used to be what, one ribbon, two ribbons, the scoreboard, and then was there one below it even? I can't remember. Or just 1, 2, and whatever. Yeah, I think there was 1, 2 rings and then the main scoreboard, the old way. But the big one on top of it, kind of the rounded rectangle or the rounded square and the way it tilts, and then the screens on the underside of it, just gigantic. Really high resolution, very sharp image. And then the brand new ring around the bowl. It feels much taller, bigger, brighter. I'll have to go to the team president, Jonathan Becker, and he's like me. He loves the geek specs of all this stuff, like resolution, brightness, what it takes to make it work, what it took to put it in. I love all this stuff. How heavy it is, I'm sure he knows all that. How much energy it uses. Anyway, just in terms of what you'll notice right away, when you see this thing, it's just like, whoa. And you combine that with the sound system that got upgraded, the lights that got upgraded a handful of years ago, the LED in the seats, that little system from a couple seasons ago. It's, I'll tell you what, it's the coolest thing about the tank is that when it got, built in the early 90s and opened in 93, I mean, it was a very 90s building. Remember the neon characters above the concession stands? Like it reeked of 90s. And a lot of that stuff doesn't exist anymore. Like they've taken the 90s out of it, but the entire time, like the floors are always polished and they redid all the bathrooms. They look like Vegas hotel bathrooms. I gotta tell you this. When I walked in one of the restrooms last year, and they always looked original, very, very original, very 90s, a lot of concrete and whatever, metal and steel. But I walked in the bathroom like, whoa. Am I at like the MGM here or something right now? Am I the Cosmo? It really does feel like that. So I love the upgrades they've done at that building, and it does not feel like one of the oldest barns in the league. I think SAP Center is the 4th oldest rink in the NHL, 4th oldest building, and Honda Center is up there too. And what are the other ones? I mean, I would have to really think about this for a second. Give me a second. Oldest NHL rinks. Here's a website that says list of NHL arenas with age and capacity. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, Calgary. Oh, what am I doing here? Let me put this on the screen for us. So year founded. I guess we can do it by age. Okay, they're saying here Madison Square Garden is 51 years old, but it was totally renovated in the 2000s, so that's not really true. The Islanders play in a brand new building, so this is outdated. So Calgary, still in the Saddle Dome, that's number 1. Anaheim, Honda Center, like I said, that's number 2, and I guess tied for that are the Sharks. Oh, and United Center, that's right, here we go, and then the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Now that one I've been to pretty much all these places. St. Louis does feel kind of dated. Concourses, all that stuff. Chicago, it's still classy. Like when they did it originally, they didn't cheap out on it. I don't know if there's anything special about United Center. It's huge. I mean, it seats almost 20,000 for hockey. But I'm just saying, like, the building, the atmosphere, what they've done here in San Jose, I think in Calgary, they're begging for a new building, right? They've tried for years. It just hasn't worked. Honda Center, I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing there. The updates and upgrades, and it doesn't. Honda Center kind of feels like an Office Max sometimes, if that makes sense. I don't know why it kind of feels like that. I haven't been in an Office Max in a long time, but it kind of feels like that. Anyway, I just go back to taking care of your home, and the Sharks have done a great job of that. And adding on all these new things is certainly part of the equation. So you saw it, third oldest rink in the league right now. Definitely doesn't feel that way. All right, let's see what we got here. Right field Will. Thank you for the advice. Drinking on the job is the best. I mean, I'm not doubting you on that. But hey yo, Mr. Brazil, saw the YouTube notification. Oh, you're giving me a Livermore weather report. 68 degrees and looking forward to a normal East Bay summer, early fall for the next few weeks. I gotta tell you, I am so ready to have the cooler weather like today. When I got in the car, drive down to SAP, it was overcast almost the entire way, and I would have done with a little bit of drizzle. That would have been fine with me too. But the constant, and especially where I live out in the East Bay, it gets even hotter than normal. 94, 95, 97, even 91, anything in the 90s. I'm just kind of done with it. And we are at that time of year. We are here in mid-October where you've lasted this long, and that cool weather is actually coming. I'm looking forward to that, where I can go out and do yard work for multiple hours and not get totally roasted, which I am kind of right now, by the way. I can kind of see the tan line. That's not good. That is not good. Maybe. I mean, I would do it. I would do it. I've done it here on YouTube. One beer won't mess up your broadcast, Brody. Have the beer. Well, it might mess up my career, Chris. And look at you get the martini as your avatar. I know that. In my opinion, Chris, 3 beers. 3 beers would make me a great host. Some of the words might come out a little messy and sloppy. And I would have to have a driver take me home at that point, but I think I'd be more entertaining. I'd definitely be funnier. I mean, anything can help that, but keep it professional, buddy, on the broadcast. Drinking on the job, when you consume enough, you probably, yeah, see, Felix knows. Oh, at Altamont Beer Works. I love it. Hella hoppy. Dr. GTI, have you had Hella hoppy? Have you also had Scarcity, 2 Altamont beers? The Scarcity is a triple IPA. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The old triple. Didn't you once smell smelling salts during a broadcast, and now are you asking about drinking? You know what? I'm going to send Curtis Brown a text message right now. I'll see if he responds. Brownie. Oop. Amy Brown. Nope. Let's text Curtis here. There's also another person I know named Doug Brown here. Smelling salts tomorrow. Question mark. See what Brownie says. I'll do it. Has anybody ever done that here that's on the live chat? Has anybody ever done the smelling salts? It hits you like a ton of bricks. The first time I did it, and first off, Brownie stuck it way up my nostril. You're supposed to waft it around so you get kind of dispersed fumes instead of put it up right to the bottom of your nose here. It felt like somebody punched me inside the nose. Seriously. And I actually thought, I did it on TV live. I'm I think my nose is bleeding right now. Because it felt like it was just dripping, leaking. It obviously wasn't, but it felt that way. You were at the Cow Palace during 1992 when the Sharks were created. Well, what was it, 91, 92, right? CVHS 94. Wow. Feeling old. Oh, man, there are so many comments here in the chat. I'm so far behind. This is pathetic. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Sorry that I'm stalling here. Would love it. Why? What? What is this? We'd love to see an Erik Karlsson and Brent Burns fight. I don't think that's happening. Come on. I don't. Andrew says, so we're going for the lottery pick this season, right? I'm already mentally prepared. And then draft Bedard and get a 17 right now? A 17-year-old savior to the franchise? Come on. I don't know if that is a logical thought process. I know it's a really good draft this year. But, think about it. Oh, Eric, I will see you at the tank tomorrow, buddy. No surprise you'll be there. And that's great. Michael says we're either going to be sneaky good or terrible. Do you really think, though, it's going to be one way or the other on the spectrum? Like, is there, I'm not trying to convince you into middle ground. Well, you can be both. But there's going to be flashes of both, right? Like, I still think what you find in a franchise, in a team like this, and that's trying to find itself and change its ways, you find sequences of the season where you're like, oh, okay. Or like, look at last year. They started off 4-0. Look at these guys. Sneaky good. And then they also had a 7-game losing skid and a 10-game losing streak later in the season. So just to say that I don't know that it can be entirely one of, it can be one or the other, but I think I still think they're in the territory of having a little bit of both of that before they actually get certified good. And it's not a sneaky thing anymore. Can we get a shout out to Karen of Crayons in Castro Valley? Sure. Shout out to Karen. Maybe there might be a story there. I've been to Crayons back in the day. It's been a long time. Oh, it's 1:40 p.m. in the afternoon already in Japan. It's Friday afternoon. Holy smokes. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, yep. The Barracuda are in Iowa for their season opener. So when I was talking about Eklund, 11-hour travel day to get the CUDA out there. So go all the way out there, William, and then come all the way back from Iowa. Oh, and play tomorrow night. Poor guy. Oh, look at Maddie with the info. Meyer had an injury crop up today at practice. While Barabanov is possible for tomorrow, the Sharks probably want some extra security in Eklund. Maddie, thank you for doing the job that I should have been doing. No, in all seriousness, I was at practice today, but during the practice, I was consumed in talking to Mike Greer, and then as soon as practice was over, David Quinn came and talked to us, and we were not doing any of the topical, team stuff. It was more of a long, in-depth interview situation. So anything that happened at practice, and then honestly, I got in the car. Actually, I went over to the tank real quick, picked up something, and then went home. So I was not, I will get up to speed tomorrow on all this. But now, see, like I said, wasn't far off, right? There's somebody that is maybe questionable, and you just want to make sure that you got the right team out there. Patrick, you're really going in depth there. Do I really need those two DBX 286s? Oh, and it's a 266 XS when I have those glorious UA plugins. Okay, Patrick, quick secret here. All of this, and for everybody else watching, all of this right now is doing precisely nothing. Yeah. Everything that I need from an audio perspective is in this box, the Universal Audio Apollo Twin X. All the mic processing. I shouldn't say. I use the mixing desk here for the Soundcraft for some other things, like when I want that hum to come back in. Oh, it's like clicking too. What is doing that? And if I turn the Xbox off, it doesn't go away. Can everybody hear that? Oh, I'm going to have to figure that out as soon as this live stream is over. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so I use that, all this stuff right now. It's what I used to use for all my mic processing back when I was using, this mic, the Shure SM7B. You've all seen this microphone on podcasts, and live streamers use it and stuff, and it's good for a certain thing, but I needed a lot of processing for this mic, and I was just getting into all this stuff. So this is not lesser quality, but it does a different thing than what Universal does. But I had this originally with this, and now I've gone to this microphone with that processing. Okay, where were we here? Bamboo Soldier, it's good to see you in the live chat. Oh, you've got your image on the avatar. Now I can see you. That's awesome. I've spent 6 minutes on one comment. Well, you know what I'm doing, Brutus, is sometimes I get into something and I'm like, yeah, I should get into it. I should say what I want to say and then make a separate video about that. So, Brody, I need you to move San Jose to where Pleasanton is now. Would that be more convenient for you? You would like the Pleasanton Sharks? I spent a lot of time in Pleasanton, actually. Oh boy, Vegas is first in the Pacific. Las Vegas. Nickel Dime representing. You know what that means, 510. Come on now. Come on. My phone is still a 510 phone. Let's see what we got here. How did I like the wild card round of MLB playoffs? Well, I was sad that the Padres had to eliminate the Metropolitans. Those were my two National League teams, and one had to knock out the other at the beginning. So now I'm really rooting for the Padres to take care of business against the Dodgers. 2 games in, right? Both at Dodger Stadium, and Padres split those two. Wild card round better than a single wild card game. You never play a 1-game situation in baseball, unless it's the elimination part of it. But at that point, you've already played the series. Like, you play series all season long, and look at the Oakland A's in 2014, in 2018, and 19. Lost single wild card games to Kansas City in 14, who went to play in the World Series. 18 lost it on the road to the Yankees, and then 19 lost it at home to Tampa. Anyway, and then in 2020, check this out. The A's got in with the different format. They played a wild card round, 3 games at the Coliseum, all against the White Sox. They lost the first game and then won the next 2. But it's also interesting too, right? Because in a wild card round, only 3 games, so you're staying at one ballpark. No, one team never gets the home field at all. And that only makes sense. To be honest with you, that part makes sense, and playing a series makes sense. So I have to say, I like it. Are there too many Major League Baseball teams in the playoffs at 12 now? Probably not. I mean, look at hockey. Hockey has half of their teams make the playoffs. And it used to be more than half before Las Vegas and Seattle were expanded. So, let's see what we got here. Is there chirping going on here? But is there Raider chirping going on here? They're retiring Devontae Adams' jersey this weekend? What are we talking about here? Thoughts on David Quinn so far? Well, I had the opportunity to actually meet him in person and talk to him in person today. And I think the biggest takeaway I've got, and by the way, you will see the full interview here on this YouTube channel at some point. When I can release it, I will. He's so polished. I said this to him during our conversation. He kind of chuckled. He really, I don't know if it was because he never hears that often. He should. Or if it was that accurate, like he knew it was coming, or weird for me to mention it, but he just comes across as so well put together. And sometimes, coach can give you the X's and O's, the coach can give you the information you need, but it doesn't hit, doesn't click, it doesn't sink in. I don't want to say it's not believable or you don't get the buy-in, but there's also some coaches, I think, out there who have less of the X's and O's, less of the textbook stuff to give you, or like the pre-scout to give you, but they sell it in such a way that you instantly buy in. And what I'm saying is, David Quinn has been there, done that in college hockey, has been an NHL coach with the Rangers for 3 years. So we'll find out, what his style is and what he can get out of this group. But I'm saying beyond all of that, what I can immediately see is his polish, his delivery, his smoothness, his thoughtfulness in his answers. Like he didn't hold back. I think it was the first game the Sharks played in Europe, and they had an okay first period, but then the game kind of slipped away in the second and third. And he said as much. First 25, thought we were competitive. After that, I think he used the words like, not intimidated, but we lost our edge, lost our way, we got caught up. I think it's so easy for coaches sometimes to say as little as possible with as few words as possible and just, satisfy the obligation of doing the interview. But then there are some other coaches who really, like if you watch the game and then you listen to what they say and you put it all together, you're like, wow, that's not only accurate, but it's said so well that it really sinks in and it gives me something to chew on. And that is something I think David Quinn is really good at. And I'm not gonna go Quinn versus Bugner versus DeBoer versus McClellan. They're all different human beings, different individuals. I'm just saying that what I notice with David Quinn in comparison to other recent Sharks head coaches, and I'm talking about multiple, not just Bob, but there is a certain just like polish to the whole thing. And you would have to think that if he handles his business this way with the media and in a press conference situation, then when it's time to go one-on-one with a player and get the most out of them, or when it's time to, address a group of penalty killers or the power play or all your forwards or your entire team, that you just have a really good way of connecting with them and reaching them. And there's also this too, we talked about, and again, you'll see all this eventually, we talked about the difference of college hockey versus the NHL, which two levels entirely different that he's experienced. But he was saying that in college hockey, obviously, when you're the head coach, you're part of recruiting, you're part of like crafting your team. In the NHL, it's a team that you walk into that's already been through something, right? They just changed coaches for a reason. And you don't maybe necessarily have the complete like investment yet with everybody. Like you haven't really built a bridge before you start playing games. And that's essentially that's what he's doing now. Because I think my question there was, your players wanted to make a good first impression for you. Is it reciprocal? Like when you come in as a coach, do you want to earn everybody's respect mutually and just the same? And so he kind of talked about the whole thing of, not necessarily knowing everybody yet, but at the same time, being able to earn that connection. There was a recent interview you heard, drawing a blank on the player who was interviewed, but I can tell you they felt more like an older NHLer. But they basically, they basically called things that newer players like Zegras are doing the new wave of the NHL. How do you feel about this new wave of the NHL? Pretty sick. In a good way, like in a good way, or are you saying the older players are sick by saying that? To clarify, you're talking about the Michigan, right? The Zegras flip pass to Milano. The NHL has to evolve with the times in the same way that baseball does, right? Baseball, you can't bat flip, you can, but some people, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, think about this for a second. In baseball, you homer off somebody. What's more disrespectful, tossing the bat like that or literally parading around the pitcher's mound? 360 feet, 90, 90, 90, 90. Like, you realize if I just hit a solo homer to lead off the inning, if it goes over the fence and I'm rounding first, I could just run straight back to the dugout. I mean, that's not how baseball's ever been played, but you're like parading or like you're running a lap, usually a couple fist pumps in there, high fiving. So what's the big deal about a bat flip added to that? You're pumped up. It's the moment of realization you just did what you did. Now, in this case, going back to the Michigan from last year when they attempted that, and how much how much guts does it take? How much confidence does it take to even pull that off in a real NHL game? It's one thing to be doing that at scrimmages in practice or like what Eklund did in, in exhibition season, the spinorama. Like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. And it's good that you can do that and you've crafted it, but it's a whole different thing to use that in a real NHL game. Or if it goes wrong and you're criticized for it, there is a line of like, it's not even disrespecting other players, right? It's not even about making somebody look bad or cheating the game, or it's actually what I think the line is are you trying to do something that not disrespects the opponent, but are you doing something are you for show? Are you trying to win? Or are you trying to make a highlight? Or does this hurt your team? Does this have a chance to be successful? Because if it does, why the heck would you not do it? Here's my thought. I finally got to it. If it's something that has some show to it, I don't care if it's flashy or not. Was it a good idea? Was it worth the try? Was it possible that it could be executed? Because if it checks all those boxes, what are we mad at? So what if it looks flashy? So what if the opponent feels bad about it? So what? Did it have a chance to work? If it did, then yes. And I'm totally okay with that. Do I have a favorite? Hey, hang on a second. Sorry, I thought I heard something else in here. Do I have a favorite Vegas Golden Knights player to watch as a fan? No, I don't. Absolutely not, Riley. Do you know I'm in San Jose? Or whatever, come on. No, I don't. Imagine if I say that to people here. Oh, man, Will, this comment was from way long ago. You missed the neon, from the tank, right? Pedro will be there tomorrow. Can't wait to go. That's awesome. Well, it sounds like the old tank could be 17,000 plus again tomorrow night. Martin Jones sticking it to the LA Kings again tonight. I didn't see. Cameron says Rogers in Vancouver feels really old. Now, does it? I feel like they've done some improvements there, but again, that's like a mid 90s rink, so that one's probably not far down the list. Scotiabank Arena, formerly the Air Canada Centre, again, but is that mid 2000s, late 2000s, and plus, they put enough resources in. I mean, Toronto, major city, right, in North America, and plus the Leafs and the Raptors playing there, and it's like the main indoor venue, I guess, beyond Rogers Center, like the old Sky Dome, but it's the main indoor concert venue for Toronto, so it's got to be good. Oh, Mac Drizzle, the Altamont Brewery beer. I've had that here in this studio before on the live stream. If you think about it, the Coliseum is older than every other NHL rink. Oh, I do think about that a lot. Well, not specifically that, but I do realize how old it is. Patrick, big fan of the channel. Thank you, from the state of Georgia. Not a Sharks or A's fan, but I love the content. Well, thank you for being here, Patrick. That actually means a lot to me. Seriously. A-Rod was once drunk on ESPN baseball. All right, if you say so. Some people would accuse me of that even when I was sober as a gopher. Oh, a puck guy offering to... So, Eric, you're offering to drive me home tomorrow. What about my car? What am I going to do? Call an Uber? Nope, I'm calling Eric. That's pretty funny. Where am I on these comments? Oh, Cameron, thank you for being here in the super chat. I really do appreciate that. You know what? I started this live stream actually by playing. Oh, did I? Bozo. Let's see if NHL 22 loaded. I just turned the Xbox back on again. But again, thank you for being here, part of the Super Chat. And I should explain, as I always do, every last little bit that I get back, it goes right into the channel. Improving things, constantly adding bells and whistles, streaming. Like, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that you have to actually put in and pay for to make this thing happen. So it all goes right back to that, and I really appreciate it. Oh, talking baseball, and I would have to agree. I mean, I would love to see the Mariners in their storybook season end up taking out the Astros, although I realize the odds of that are not tremendous. Okay. Are we... That's the other thing, too. My controller, yeah, it's plugged in right now because it was dead. There's that humming again. Click, 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 click. What is doing that? There's got to be like a short somewhere. Oh, what am I doing here? I got to put this on. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right. Can I get out of this? Back? Let's just leave this whole game here. No. I would like to quit. I'm a quitter. Nope, I'm a quitter. I'm 100% a quitter. I can hear this buzz. It's bothering me so much right now. Main menu, continue. Oh, now we can, there we go. So, ooh, that looks pretty tight. But I guess a lot of people have already been seeing this, right? Because I just downloaded this game, but I know it's obviously been out for a while. Man, it's almost 10:30 already. Don't demonetize me by playing that music here. What are you doing? Oh, there's a trailer? Was that Biz in there? All right, just let me play the game. Play now. I'm just gonna turn this down until I know the music is gone. Oh, Winnipeg versus Sharks. I love it. Except, yeah, I want to be the Sharks. Here, let me put that on there. Still got the old jerseys, obviously. Oh, those, yeah. Oh, you know, we're just gonna go with those. Yep. Connor Hellebuck, or as we like to say here in the Bay Area, Hella Buck. Start the old game. Oh, stop playing popular music. Come on, I do not want to get the copyright strike. Oh, look at the old scoreboard. There it is. Oh, yeah, it was 3 rings. I was right about that. I forgot what it looked like. All right. There we go. Why did I get back into playing this? I thought I was done for the night. Mids. So Reimer's in there for me. Get it up to Timo. Little hesitation. Whoa. I think he took it out of the zone right there. Like, I'm so bad with zone entries on video games. Like, I'm offside every single time. Win the draw. What was that? Burnsy tried to, like, shovel a backhand? How do you body check here? Shifley. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Turnover machines, are we? Oh, come on. Get it up, get it out. Uh-oh. Icing. Oh, Hurdle, look at you. Wrap it. Oh.
The Jets take possession in the defensive end. Slides the puck to Wheeler.
A little bit louder. Ooh.
Play whistle dead.
Fighting? What are we doing? It's pretty bad when the video game is offside.
We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. We're still scoreless.
Is that Dzingel in there?
And play resumes as the puck is dropped. San Jose's on the attack.
Here we go.
Fires
Ooh,
it, makes the
what a
save.
blast.
I think it's a chance
Is it
for a
Milosh?
breather here as he hangs on and covers the puck up.
Who, for the players or for you?
Well, you know, I won't complain. Teams are ready to go, and we're about moments
The
away
announcing
from
is
puck
so
drop.
hard on these games.
San Jose's won the faceoff.
Oh, Milosh, the
Rough
quick
save
shot.
by the goalie.
We're
Hellebuck's
peppering
gonna
him.
hang on to that one for a whistle.
Quickly on top of that, James. He needed a cover there.
Here we go. Win the draw. Up too
And as
early.
the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone.
Can we score one goal? Oh my gosh.
Dished on over to DeSingle.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness, what a hit! From along the wall, a shot! Hellebuck's on top of the puck.
Badly
and that'll stop the
aimed
play.
shot. Is that what it told me?
Play here, James, as he
Was that
covers
Noah
up to
Gregor?
kill the play.
All right, Bones, win a face-off.
Benito's won the draw.
Whoa!
Ted completely fails on that.
Love to hear that.
Winnipeg's got it in their own zone.
Oh boy.
Svechnikov's got it across the line. Slides it across to Pulsers.
Oh boy.
And that's turned aside by Reimer.
Svechnikov.
Save.
Recognize
He
you.
Get up tight to the puck. In close. He takes away any room.
Whoa!
The Jets will play it from the defensive zone.
You can't wind up that long. Neat. Of course, I'm playing as him. It's my fault.
Winnipeg's got it now. Can't connect.
You try to generate enough chances in
Oh.
a game that eventually you're going to
Brendan Dillon.
You got to get it on the net once you create the chance.
And they'll be forced to tag up after that missed pass.
Come on.
Winnipeg's got a hold of the puck.
Just let me get
The
one
Sharks
goal
look
here.
to start the transition game. Moves it to Pulsers.
Rudy.
Takes it into the slot.
Oh!
Rips it off the pipe. There's the whistle as the
That go
puck
out of
goes
play?
out of play.
Okay, I didn't see it. Whoops.
Hellebuck's got that workhorse zone ability,
Hellebuck.
guys, which means if he faces a lot of shots in a game, he can turn up his compete level to come up with the stops.
The Sharks will go to work here in
I
the
wish he
offensive
wouldn't,
zone.
though. I wish he
Puck
wouldn't do
scooped up
that.
by Middleton. Handles the pass at center.
Jonathan Dolan.
Denies him with the save. Hellebuck's
Playing in
gonna
Europe
cover it
right
up
now,
and
I
get a
think.
whistle.
Even with the traffic starting to close in, he had to grab that when he did.
Here in the back half of this period, still no score in this one.
Too early. Sorry, Jasper.
Winnipeg's got possession here in their own end. Slides the puck to Morrissey. Now over to
Uh-oh. I think we're going to get scored on here.
Scheifele. And there's the save.
Jasper.
Moves it quickly over to Cogliano. Takes the shot. And the puck
Can we
dies,
score?
and the Trapper save.
Come on. Just give me one goal.
Centers are set. Face off, ready to resume play.
Tommy Hurdle.
The Jets win the draw.
Oops. That was my fault. I wasn't looking.
Stastny's picking up
Oh
steam.
my gosh. Burnsy
Slides
just
it quickly to
destroyed.
Middleton. Shot from the wall. Denies him. He got all
Win the
it.
battle.
Along
Yes.
the wall by Meyer.
Oh.
Another consecutive stop. Scheifele's got it.
Boy,
in
they were right
offensive
about
territory.
old Connor
To the
Hellebuck.
front. Denies him in close. San Jose's got it in their own zone.
Tommy.
Looking to make something happen along the boards. Here he is in front.
Oh.
And that pass attempt is
Oh.
deflected. And he's ridden off the puck. Thunderous collision along the wall. Picked up along the boards by
And look at
Morrissey.
us throwing body checks.
Here's a short pass to Scheifele.
Oh boy. Does Scheifele ever get off the
Along
ice?
half wall with the puck. Oh, what a denial by
Scheifele
Reimer.
lives out there, I think.
Now a quick pass to the
Oh.
single. There's the whistle. Offside is the call. Here in the late goings of the period.
We're not going to
the
score,
game
are we?
is still scoreless.
We're not going to score.
Face off here in the neutral zone, and we are back underway. That pass doesn't go.
Oh, don't tie me up like
Poking
that.
with the stick in the defensive end.
Logan.
Hammers
Ah! Oh. Oh, man.
There's the buzzer. 20 minutes in the books.
It was actually a good
second
second chance effort right there. All right, I'm turning that off. Back on here. And then back on there. Ooh, using flashy XLR. Like these lights or the LED lights? I can turn those off. They're too distracting. But then I can turn them back on. Watch how it's going to do the whole flash, flash, flash. All right. Take a drink every time Brody asks, is there a turbo button? The year is 2080, and Brody has still not figured out face-offs in shell. It's true. That is true. Goals are earned, not given. At this point, Niners for sure. If you get 4 goals, do we all get free tacos tomorrow? I was on the dummy mode. I was on the real dummy mode. Need to turn off the offsides like they did on the 95 Sega. So true. Has anybody or everybody watched Welcome to Wrexham yet? My wife and I are a couple nights into I think we're probably 6 episodes in, maybe. That is great television. Entertaining, sports-related, life-related, educational, a little bit of a travel splash in there. Hope everybody likes that show. No, I know. I couldn't score. It's really bad. WWE 2K22, they have that? Holy smokes. Oh, Dr. GTI, thank you for being, and you didn't even say anything, but thank you for being in the super chat. Always appreciated. Brutus, I challenge you to a 1v. I don't even know how to do that. That's so sad. If I donate $70, will you get 20? You know what, Cameron? Save it by yourself. So you don't. First off, yes, I would do that, but don't do it. Save it and treat yourself to something. Because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to spend it on that. I don't want to do that. All right. Well, only because it's just getting a little bit late, and I've got a couple long nights ahead. Oh, we doing any A's questions? Sure, fire away. I'm sorry that this was probably from, that was from 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, absolutely. Brandon, my man, I've been watching you since I was a kid on High School Sports Focus. I don't want to derail your conversation. Oh, yeah, you mean me talking to myself? Just want to say congratulations. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That show meant a lot. The fact that people like yourself still bring it up is heartwarming to me, honestly. So thank you for bringing that up, and thank you for the compliment too. Honestly, that's the highest compliment somebody can give me, is that just that I'm remembered. People talk about awards and recognition, this and that. No, what you just said means more to me than anything like that. All right, I think, although I did say that I would take an A's question, so I'll wait for that. Is Drew Remenda calling the game? Drew will be around. He was there today at practice, so I don't know the announcer's schedule. I don't know how that's going to go this year, but he is definitely on the broadcasts this year. How many, when, where? I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I would share if I knew, but I don't even know. But you will be seeing Drew sooner than later. I still owe you a beer during a public event. That's awesome. Holy smokes, Felix. This, you know what? 2 things. This would take a whole separate long video for me to do it. And also I would need to do all the research to name the individuals and supply the background necessary. I mean, if we're just going to sum it up quite simply, Hockey Canada has overseen some operations that were regrettable, and they continue to operate by taking people's, registration fees and everything else, and then they're paying off their mistakes from that. I mean, it's ridiculous, and not making anybody at the helm pay. So, I think you obviously know, very discouraging. And I'm glad that sponsors are finally in on saying, yeah, we're out of this. And we're going to stay in the country of Canada. Like, we're going to keep our dollars here, and we're going to continue to sponsor other hockey programs and other sports. But you guys, no. I mean, unfortunately, that has spoken the most volumes, and that's gotten the biggest response, but that's what was necessary. So I credit all those companies in Canada that said, you know what, we've always sponsored this, but we're not doing it anymore. Okay, where was... Maybe I didn't see any of the A's questions. Well, anyway, on that note, I'll be doing... So this live stream tonight, right? Tomorrow night, from SAP Center, Sharks night shift, as soon as our post-game show is over, I'll just do it straight from the tank. And then on Saturday, we'll be back in the studio, but it is Doug Wilson Appreciation Night, and so I'll do night shift from the NBC Sports Studios. This is like, I kind of wish they'd bring this organ back. It's very 90s sounding. It's not, I don't know. But it's just, it to me is like, it's like the tank, you know, like that organ, all these sounds, not that one. Well, not that, man, the horn. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's it. Signing off. Good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. We'll do it again soon. And, yeah, we'll keep the channel going. We'll keep the momentum going on here. Appreciate it. Good night, everybody.